Hi, this is Angel Rangel. We're on week 4 of our first mesocycle of training. This is going to be my deload week. So for my deload week, I'm going to be doing the same exercises that I did last week in week 3. I'm going to be sticking around the same set and rep range of 4 to 12. I felt like this has kind of benefited me the most. I started working out prior to this project being placed onto us, so I thought that by sticking at a lower set and rep range of like 2 to 3 sets of maybe 8 to 10 wasn't going to benefit me as much. So at the start of my program, I was doing 3 sets of 12, and I progressed it to 4 sets of 12. I also progressed my exercises towards more single limb exercises. My overall goal for the program is to increase muscular strength, but I wanted to focus, at least in this mesocycle, of improving the strength and stability in my legs. So I opted to change from like a front squat to a Bulgarian split squat. My Romanian deadlift is now a single limb Romanian deadlift, and my bent over rows are now single limb bent over rows. I feel like this is gonna kind of help me into mesocycle 2 as well, because I do end up wanting to get to being able to do a pistol squat by the end of my training program. So by doing these single limb exercises right now, especially like the Bulgarian split squat and the single limb RDL, it's kind of priming my body to get ready for that next mesocycle, get into that pistol squat exercise. And then in terms of results, I've noticed a lot of improvement in my legs. There's a bit of a size difference. So like when I'm contracting my hamstrings or my quads, I kind of feel like the muscle's more fuller than it used to be. And then I do work at a market, so I work at Trader Joe's, where we do a lot of like, heavy lifting with like wine boxes, milk crates, stuff like that. And in doing so, I've noticed my form's a lot better. There's a lot less muscle strain, and there's a lot less like muscle fatigue. So there's an improvement there with that. And then in terms of like my upper body and my core, doing a lot of the like pulling exercise, and then my suitcase carry and the bird dogs, where I have to keep my scapulas retracted and keep like, a proud chest with my hips in line with my shoulders, has really helped with my posture a lot. So I tend to have a hunch, and by activating like my back muscles to keep my scapulas retracted, I just feel that they're more engaged throughout the day because of doing this program. So as I work towards mesocycle 2, I think I'm going to focus a little bit more on that upper body and that core strengthening, and then incorporate still some type of single limb exercises so I can get to that pistol squat. So for the exercises this week, just to reiterate, it's going to be a single limb RDL, where you keep one foot on the ground. That same foot that's on the ground, the knee is going to be slightly flexed. The opposite leg is going to be in full extension with the foot dorsiflex. You want your scapulas retracted, nice proud chest, chin slightly tucked. As that left leg kicks back into full extension, it's acting as a lever, bringing our chest forward. Once our chest hits parallel, we're coming back up into our standing position. For our single limb bent over row, one foot's placed on the ground, we're hinging at the hips, chest is coming parallel to the ground, we have a weight in each hand, we're retracting our scapulas, flexing our elbows, bringing our hands to our armpits, and then coming back into full arm extension. For our Bulgarian split squat, one foot's going to be back on top of like a stool or a chair. The other foot's going to be in front of us. The foot that's in front of us, that knee is going to be flexing. We want our scapulas retracted. Again, chin slightly tucked. We have a weight in each hand. Once we hit our low point, as we're flexing our knee, we're coming back up, exploding to the top into full extension. For our banded push-up, we're taking a resistance band around each wrist. Take the push-up position, feet together, toes together, heels together, scapulas, hips in line with shoulders, and you want your hands just underneath your shoulders. You're flexing out the elbows, coming back into full arm extension. And once we hit full extension, left hand's going out laterally, coming back to the center. As we lower ourselves down up and come back up into full arm extension, we're doing the opposite hand, and you're just alternating each repetition. For our bird dogs, you assume the quadruped position with a resistance band. So one end's going to be around the foot, the other end's around the opposite hand. We're kicking that foot into full extension, bring that other hand up, or that arm up into full flexion, retracting the scapula, and we're going to return to our neutral position. For our suitcase carry, we're threading one hand through one kettlebell, taking hold of the other, coming up into a strong posture with a nice proud chest, hips in line with shoulders, chin slightly tucked, and we're walking. So for the suitcase carriers, we're doing 4 sets of 60 seconds on each side, and every exercise is going to be 4 sets of 12. The single limb RDLs, single limb bent over row, Bulgarian split squats, you're doing 12 on each side, and the bird dogs, we're doing 12 on each side, with about a 90-second rest in between. Thank you.